What's poppin' people? Will here as your host this week for the Marvelite podcast.
God damn it.
With me, what?
I said, God damn it.
What?
Doggone it.
I said we're going, so... Yeah, so we're fucking going. Anyways, as you can tell, we have some of the regulars here with us this week. We have Nick from repping the West Coast.
Oh, hi.
We have Michael up in the Magic Great White North.
What a do, ski guys. How's it going?
And with us to fill us out this week, we actually have DC Luke from the Dirty South.
I crossed the streams to join everyone on the Marvelite.
So, but before we get started with the show, we have some slightly somber news, is that Luke actually won't be here with us today. He's dealing with the passing of his brother, so he's taking some personal time to handle that. And in the description down below will be a link to his GoFundMe page to help support them with the funeral costs and whatnot. So please, if you can spread the word or help support that, that'd be really great, especially for Luke here at the Marvelite family and part of the Hybrid family. So, you know, we want to let him know that he is in our thoughts and wishes and whatnot. So, yeah, going off from there, we also would like to remind our viewers that you can get 10% off lootcrate.com with our code BRIDGE10. So let's get started. This first topic, we have Iron Fist news. Look at that. That's some crazy stuff right there. The trailer dropped... What was it, today?
No, it was 2 days ago, I believe.
It was 2 days ago, the trailer? Yeah, okay. So, what did we think? Let's go around here. What did we think about that trailer? Nick, let's get started.
Yeah, I liked it. I think just the biggest thing for me was just the music was kind of off, but overall it was pretty cool, like the fights and stuff, and getting to see a little bit more of his powers and stuff. So, yeah, hopefully he gets the suit, though, at some point.
What about you, Michael? What do you think about the Iron Fist trailer?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much in the same line of thought with Nick there. I enjoyed the trailer quite a bit. It was cool to see. So far, we've only seen set pictures, and we had that New York Comic-Con trailer. But this one was a much more in depth with the story, what's going to be happening, the tone, and I actually really enjoyed it. But I thought the music selection was not the greatest. At first, it started off pretty good, but then about midway through the trailer, it just kind of turned into Suicide Squad for a bit, and then instead of Iron Fist, it became the Iron Fist Pump.
Well, it's the same song.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all the same song. It's like British trap music.
Yeah, what'd you think about it?
Well, I mean, let's see what Lurk thinks. What do you think, buddy? Did you see the trailer?
Yes, I did. I actually did not like it. I thought
Blasphemy!
I don't know. I saw it as kind of generic, and it didn't really seem to stand out from any of the other Netflix stuff that I've seen so far. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've been having my doubts about Iron Fist for a bit. So I mean, I guess it has to work a little bit more to impress me. But I mean, the most I can say though is that they have some really cool wire stunt stuff that I saw in the trailer. At least that looks pretty cool.
Did it remind you of any other superheroes shows?
It reminded me of The Matrix.
The Matrix? Yeah, I guess I could see a little bit of that.
Nice.
I don't know. Like, you could have just called this a. I don't know. This reminded me a lot of some of Jessica Jones' like marketing, actually, just in terms of the way it looks and the setting. And I mean, it also just kind of some of Daredevil stuff. Just like, I don't know. It didn't really seem to stand out as much as I felt it should.
Maybe they're saving some of that for
I mean, maybe,
show,
yeah.
so.
Again, I'm also harping a little too hard on it just because I've been a little more skeptical about Iron Fist, so I don't know.
True facts.
Oh yeah, with yeah, and I remember a while back we had those rumors come out about what's going on with the show and the limited amount of Kunlun that we're going to see and stuff like that, and that is actually one of my concerns.
No.
But in regards to the trailer, I liked it for what it was. It was really Matrixy to me. I've seen a lot of people comparing it to Arrow, which I don't really understand, other than the fact that they're scruffy and they were in like a mysterious place with Asian people for a long, extended period of time. I actually like the music. Maybe it's because I like British techno trap and shit like that. But I think it worked for what it was because it seemed like it was going for a very like Matrixy tone of just like, oh, martial arts is cool, yeah. And,
It's like Batman Begins.
So I sent you guys earlier in the chat the link to a snippet of footage of Colleen Wing taking on like these two dudes came out recently, and it also has similar type of music. But I thought, from what I saw of the fighting, it wasn't that bad. Choreography seems a little. It's like Daredevil, but a tiny bit lighter. But hopefully, it's like on the same tier as that. But hopefully, we'll see more. And with that, we actually have the titles and the directors for most of the episodes. I think we're missing 2 or 3. So episode 1 is titled Snow Gives Way, and episode 2 is titled Shadowhawk Takes Flight. Both are directed by John Dahl. Episode 3 is Rolling Thunder Cannon Punch, directed by
Are these
Tom
fight
Shankland.
moves? They sound like combo attacks.
You do kind of, yeah.
Episode 4 is 8 Diagram Dragon Palm, director unknown. Episode 5, Underleaf Pluck Lotus, directed by Uta.
You might be onto
Reese
something,
Witz.
Mikey. These sound like kung fu moves.
We still got some more. We got episode 6, Immortal Emerges from Cave, directed by unknown.
Yeah, that's a flashback.
Episode 7, Felling with Tree Roots, directed by Farron Blackburn. This one is 18 for Strong Bloody Violence. Ooh. Maybe that'll be the good one. Episode 8, The Blessing of Many Fractures, directed by Kevin Tancharoy.
That was episode 8, you said?
Yeah, episode 8.
That's when something big happens and the show shifts drastically.
Then
as
it
we know
goes
with
downhill
Netflix
for the
shows.
rest of it.
Yeah, then we get some asshole with like some really comic booky plot for no reason.
Yeah, it's gonna,
Yeah, like that
they're
Diamondback
gonna
guy.
make Shang-Chi the villain.
Yeah, like
halfway through
Diamondback and the fucking
He's like,
magic
I am
bullet
your
bullshit.
brother. And then he like
I
doesn't do
am
anything.
your
I
brother.
will not. I will
He doesn't
not
do
sit
anything
here
for the whole
this
show.
Diamondback slander.
Yeah, fucking Purple Man getting that device so that he can turn his veins purple.
Yo, Nick imitating Dimeback is probably the funniest thing I've heard all fucking week.
It was pretty good. It was spot on, pretty much.
Still got 5 more. We got episode 9, the Mistress of All Agonies, directed by Jet Wilkinson. Episode 10 is unknown. Episode 11 is Lead Horse.
Unknown.
That's the title, Unknown.
This is what it has. Episode 11 is Lead Horse Back to Stable, directed by Deborah Chow. Episode 12 is also unknown, and episode 13 is Dragon Plays with Fire, directed by Steven Surgic. I know one of these episodes is supposed to be directed by the RZA.
Wait, Steven
I think it
Seagal?
might be episode 10. Steven Surgic.
Oh.
Seagal's making his comeback.
Steven Seagal.
Dude, Steven Seagal's
yeah,
been
dude.
training for like 30 years in martial arts and stuff.
He has, just no one respects him.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Actually, I
are
don't
some
think
pretty
I've
cool
seen
titles though. Although they do sound like combo attacks. I'm really interested in knowing what those unknown titles are going to be.
Unknown
what
Part
episodes are they again?
1 and Unknown Part 2.
It's 13 episodes. I'm just imagining someone finds like, who? Mistress of Aurora?
Oh my god! No, wait.
Why? Why would you do that?
I'm sorry.
No, wait. What episode numbers are the 2 unknown ones?
I think it was episode 4 and episode 10. I forget what. I think they actually get their names from something.
Mm.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
I just can't remember what they're from. But,
Yeah, I'm cool with them. They sound nifty. I'm interested to see.
yeah, I'm
They're
sorry,
like
the,
nifty
The
gifties.
unknown episodes are. The unknowns are episode 12, and the other ones just have unknown and episode 10.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, so shifting over from that lovely news from small screen to the big screen, we got a trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So what did we think about that? Nick, what'd you
Yeah.
That's the kind of sound you make when you're in the shower and have a bad memory. You yell it out.
fucking
When you're just slapped in the face by a horrible
Yeah, I
memory.
got slapped by a large white trout.
Oh my god.
A horrible
the
meme just
disrespect.
slapped you.
But, so I take it that you fell in love with the trailer.
No.
He wasn't hooked on a feeling, he was hung by it.
Ooh,
The-
ouch.
Dark.
Is that how you felt, Nick? Is
Yeah, it was
that how
pretty
you
much.
feel? How you feel?
Yeah,
25 sitting on 25
Yeah, the
mil?
trailer, like, it looks like the same kind of footage, sort of like what we've seen before. Just the only new things, I guess, was the Aisha in the beginning, and then maybe some of the Groot
the
thing
hell?
was like new, and the
Yeah.
Mantis footage, but that was it.
But you got hit by that stray meteor.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like just I told Michael this. It's just like some of the like it seems like they're trying too hard to be like quirky this time or something. Like I don't know, not feeling that at all.
I think it's because I think the film is I know the film is going smaller scale than before because even Kevin Feige came out and said that.
Which
but,
is ironic because there's a living planet in the movie. But
Well, we don't know if he'll actually end up being a planet yet.
Yeah, he's
Aww,
just gonna be
well,
called
while
Ego.
you're
I'm pretty sure there's
Michael,
a planet.
Luke, what do you guys think about the trailer? What were your
Yeah,
thoughts?
Mucky.
Since none of, I think Michael, you were the only one here that did a reaction because I heard the news and I'm like, nah.
Yeah. I know. I randomly just got a message and I was like, "Yo, dude, trailer came out." I'm like, "Oh shit, I guess I gotta wake up now." I actually I liked it because I was a fan of the first trailer, and this one is very similar in tone and stuff, and they just up and up the memeage, and what they did in the first film. And I kind of agree with Nick. It might be a little much, but I think they're doing it because they know that people liked it in the first movie, and that's what will get them back into the theater again. And because they've already said in interviews and like Collider released like some things you need to know about the movie, that they're going to be going in depth with the story. So I think we may be seeing some better elements in the actual movie, and in the promotion. I think they're just putting out those jokes and like that slapstick and that Drax humor and the cuteness with Groot to get people to come in.
Dang. So when they come in, they're gonna be like completely flabbergasted by like a story-based film.
Maybe not flat. I think it'll be. I'm being hopeful. I think they'll have
Where's
the
the
jokes,
memes?
but then also like a deeper story. And
It's gonna be like Unbreakable, but like all the trailers look like a meme. You'd be like, what?
Luke, what did you think?
Me?
What did you think?
Oh, me.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
I thought.
Talking to me.
You.
I
the
forgot.
fuck?
I forgot. There's only 4 of us.
The other Luke.
I thought it was fine. It's just kind of with Nick, like there's nothing new in this trailer, so it doesn't really excite me more than the first one did. I mean, it looks cool. I like the first one enough. I mean, what the movies did to the Guardians in the comics is completely unforgivable, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really say anything too strongly about it because it doesn't really show anything new. It just shows like maybe a few extra shots. Mantis getting hit by a meteor. That's weird.
I find that
Didn't
offensive.
It's
make-
funny because it's physical comedy.
Yeah, a lot of slapstick. It's gonna fill seats, I guess. I don't know.
I will say though, and Nick mentioned this too, and I kind of agree with him. The whole kind of like Groot, like, oh, he didn't say frickin'. It's just like, ha ha ha. He swore, but he's so cute.
That's more.
Oh,
I
he's-
think that's just more. Rocket's lines are just really weird and just overly explaining of a joke. He had that problem in the first movie too. I never really liked Rocket in the first movie.
Herder, he said fuck, but he didn't say fuck.
That feel when.
Sure.
Yeah, I hate all those memes.
I mean-
I hate this movie.
I mean, I saw the trailer. I'm just like, oh, that was cool. I like the music choice. The music was good. I remember reading a bunch of stuff that like Feige came out and said about how Fiji said Aisha and what Taserface are like the main villains of this one. That might be a slight spoiler.
Was
I guess.
Taserface in this trailer?
Don't think
Yeah,
No, he wasn't. But
Yeah, he was,
if you
dude.
remember him from the Ravagers.
so. Was he?
Oh, he was.
it was like a shot
I don't
towards the
remember
end
his face.
where you see these like barbaric guys like all looking up and like yelling. Like you see them there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Well,
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and they're
guess that
connected
just-
with each other.
That's another
my
problem I
bad.
just have with these movies. The aliens are all just like completely human. Like there's no
Yeah.
like really out there
There's no
alien
xenomorphs
species.
in there.
They're all just like completely different. They're just people, but they're different colors. Like I know Rocket's a raccoon, but that's not like a crazy out there design. It's just a raccoon.
Yeah, I think they can't, especially knowing if you've seen Slither that James Gunn did. He can go pretty fucked up with designs.
Yeah, and I mean I
So
know there's a
I-
tentacle monster too, but that's just a monster. Like it's not.
That's
like
just a monster.
It's
That's
not
not
like a
like a-
species.
It's
So,
not
Yeah,
a
like,
monster. I mean, it's not an alien. It's a monster.
Yeah, and I guess
I
like,
appreciate.
and I guess the biggest point to that is just Aisha is just like a gold person, and just Aisha does not look good at all. I'm
Someone just
sorry.
spray
You like did Aisha's Goldar now?
Aisha looks like an action figure, and I can't take her seriously.
She looks like a Bond girl who was the one that got spray painted. Goldfinger.
That's true.
She is the 5th Golden Girl.
She's gold member.
But I mean, I thought it was alright. I mean, it's more of the same. If you like, the stuff from the first trailer, it's just more of that. I appreciate that they haven't really gone that much into what happened with the plot and spoiled it. That's pretty. That's honestly rare for a film nowadays, which is sad. So I have to give them credit for that. But even after I read up about what does go down and more of the plot, it's definitely smaller scale. And kind of going with that news, I'm not gonna say what happened with the plot. All I'll say is that Aisha and Taserface are involved, but we did get some more stuff about planets. And I remember Phage brought up that Jason was a planet name. So what up with that? About because I know we got theories bounced around now. It's like, oh, so ego was because he has a big ego, but it's Jason the planet. But I don't know. What do you guys think about Jason possibly being a planet name instead of being of Spartax? Personally, I don't care that much. I mean, Jason is pretty tightly bound to Star-Lord's lore, being his dad and all, and James Gunn changing that is kind of random, but maybe it'll be interesting.
Yeah, James Gunn seems to hate Marvel cosmic stuff for some reason.
Just does not like some of the stuff. Like, he hates Nova with, like, a burning passion and freaking...
I mean, who wouldn't hate those squares?
He even said, I can't believe there's, like... Remember he said, like, there's, like, 100 Nova fans out there crying out. And I'm like, what? He's just, like, flat out dissed everyone that likes Nova. Like,
I mean, there's that. And then, again, the whole making his dad not Jason and then just making it a planet. Yeah, I think he even says in that interview he might have just been deflecting, but it was just that it might be a different name when the movie comes out, because he was like, Jason is not in the movie, flat out not in the movie. So I mean, I don't know.
He got that Ben Affleck upset right there. Mikey, I don't know what you think about Jason being a planet, as well as those other planets that were mentioned that I don't remember. They're not as important.
Yeah,
I guess it's a cool nod.
When they first announced that he would not be playing, like Jason would not be his father, and like it would be Ego the Planet, I was kind of iffy about that, because I'm actually one of the people who's a fan of that lore and like the whole empire and whatnot.
The lore.
I mean, Spartax would have been a really cool thing to see in like a third Guardians movie, and him dealing with his lineage and shit like that.
Yeah, like that would be really cool for them to explore. But if they do it where like you mentioned, where it's just like, oh, he has a big ego and he's not really a planet, but he is Jason, that'd be a weird take on it. But
I'm really starting to get scared. That's what they're gonna do. I've been denying it, but the more that comes out, I'm just that doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility.
I wouldn't want. But I want to see Jason, but at the same time, I think about it like, I don't want to see the Jason Spartax thing explored with this version of Star-Lord, because this one's just a goober. He sucks.
Oh, like he's like goofy. He's not as like that. Like
it's not the same. It's not.
I mean, Kurt Russell would do a good job as Jason.
There wouldn't be the same kind of relationship.
I think Kurt Russell would do a good job as like Jason. I mean, I don't think Chris Pratt is like a bad Star-Lord, but I can see why like the way he's written wouldn't lend him to be like as good a character as he could be.
He's not a terrible character. It's just that he's not Star-Lord by
he's
any.
Space Tony Stark.
He's Meme Lord.
I mean, yeah, I guess Meme Lord. I guess would be the right thing, just because.
Yeah, like
he's Space Thief.
That Star-Lord from Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He's Master Chief.
Yeah, like.
That
was Star-Lord, like just straight up. So I mean,
his voice threw me the first time he heard it.
Hey guys, it's Star-Lord here.
Yeah, that's how he sounded.
I'm like, why is your voice so deep?
I think we're just mad because we want the OA Guardians to be canon.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. Like, I like the movies in all fairness.
I really like Guardians, actually. I'm drinking actually a Guardians 1 mug right now.
Yeah, like, I think the movies are fine. It's just the fact that they've gone so far to influence the Guardians in the comics when I liked the Guardians in the comics after I read more of them. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a weird situation.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you. It's like, as much as I love the movie, I do want to see more of not just, like, I want the movies to be their own thing, like their own good thing separately.
Yeah,
like you can have two different things that come from the same source, but like they're both good.
Yeah, like because the thing is, I can't see like Annihilation Conquest happening with these Guardians.
Not unless they make a massive tonal shift in the film that like we're not preparing for.
Yeah.
Now, if they manage to undercut us and like this movie's just like it's just super serious and we just saw all the scenes where they were funny,
That's what I'm saying. They might be pulling that with the whole story.
Oh,
If
no. Kevin Feige has gone on record saying none of our movies will be that dark. We may make it that way in the trailer, but it'll never be that dark.
Yeah.
Black Panther just could be straight
Dude,
up
speaking
murder.
of shitty Marvel comic stuff,
Oh yeah, we want to as our last topic. So in the news recently we have this. Actually, before we get to that part, I want to remind our viewers that you can get 10% off LootCrate.com. With our code Bridgeton.
Bridgeton.
10% off. Bridgeton.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wowzers. But anyways, so there's been a lot of stuff coming out in the news recently about Marvel switching. I'm sorry, my stuff went off in my headset. I couldn't hear for a second. My Avast antivirus software.
It's not your fault.
But yeah, you couldn't hear it, but I could. But Marvel has been talking about moving over a lot of their comic themes away from more politically inspired agendas and moving back to more like storyline driven stories. And Jesus, 2 other white men. Let's talk about that. I have it in the notes as Marvel's liberal agenda. What do you think about Marvel's decision to kind of shy away from their political themes? I'll go into my Luke rant once it gets back to me, but I don't know. Nick, what do you think?
Well, I have seen various people. I won't name any names, but I have seen people trying to defend Marvel's PC ways by saying that people just don't like change. They just don't want minority characters out there because they're racist or something or whatever. When really, like, it's just a matter of the actual writing and like them trying to like force all this stuff down your throat. When in reality, like, all those characters could be great if they had done them properly and like built them up and everything, like they did with Miles Morales and Kamala Khan. Like, both of those characters had a good like they had good breathing room, I think, to get some stories.
I'd argue even Robbie Reyes too.
Yeah, and I mean,
yeah, even him too.
And I mean, at the same, and then I would say at the same time, like, those characters aren't forced upon people because they can still follow like Carol Danvers, they can still follow Peter Parker, and like Miles Morales and Kamala Khan are there. Like, they're not like, it's not like if you want an Iron Man book, you have to have either Doom or Riri, who you've only known for like 5 issues.
Not even 5, I think 3. She just hit 3 recently.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I can't tell you anything about Riri besides she is smart, and that's not a character trait. That's a skill. Yeah, that's not a character trait. That's a skill. Being smart and being funny does not constitute an interesting personality. So I don't have any interest in Riri.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading her book to try and see if it'll get better. I think I read issue either 2 or 3 was the last one I read, and there was a really good moment in the book, but it came from there being no dialogue at all, which is sad. Like, all of it worked because of the art behind it and what it conveyed. Like, I'm sure those came out in his notes of have her run up and find her, her best friend's body in the hospital, like, filled with bullet holes, and she's dead due to gang violence. Like, that's actually a pretty powerful scene to read.
I guess,
but there were no words in it. That's the problem.
I guess
that's bad when your art is better than your writing.
Yeah, just one last thing, I guess, before we go back to the main topic. I just like to point out that Riri was completely unnecessary when Tony Ho was a character. Like, this character that's like an Asian lesbian character who's amazing. Like, they could have easily have just made her the new Iron Man, but I mean, Bendis doesn't read Marvel comics, so I don't expect that he knew who that was.
Oh shit! Actually, it was pretty well set up for Rhodey's niece, especially having Rhodey die in Civil War.
Like, there's tons of other things that you could have done that would have made a lot more sense instead of just
worst. It was horrible.
Like,
I'm still kind of salty about that because I'm like, well, you just shafted a character who's already been established and is established as intelligent, and you could have expanded more.
But he's character. Not. But she's not my character.
Like, literally,
that's the thing.
Literally last year at WonderCon, LA, like, Bendis was literally 2 feet away from me, and I was waiting in the back. Like, I was in the room waiting for a panel to start. I was like standing near the back of the wall, and it was Bendis. He was like standing right there in the room, He was like looking at his stupid phone. I looked at him like, dude, get out of here. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to you. What? Get out of here, dude.
And the reason I have a soft spot for him is because he gave me Miles, which helped me really get into comics, and he gave me the Ultimates, which is a team that I really liked. He did a lot of stuff that worked, but at the same time, when I started reading more and more of his stuff in like the mainstream Marvel universe, like when he has to work, I guess, outside of his own setup, and I think that's what the biggest issue is, that like, before we go back to our liberal related topic, is that like I guess it's harder for him to work in the confines of having to work on it with a team, I guess, instead of working on his own thing where he gets to run the reins.
He's a one-man army.
Tried to give him Civil War
If the ideas are not his own, he will not use them, and he will flat out ignore them.
It didn't happen.
I mean, Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I think you guys nailed it on the head. I don't think people don't want, diversity or different people. I just think it comes down to, like you said, writing and, more importantly, execution. I think in cases like Kamala Khan and Miles Morales, those are perfect examples where it works well. And they were written, and they weren't just put into these roles for political reasons.
Yeah, who's that behind you, by the way? There's somebody
behind me.
Oh.
It's a coat, isn't it?
my camera's on, for those wondering. But yeah, I think those are executed well. They had some good setup. For example, like the whole Miles situation, that was based off of the death of Peter Parker, and that took a while to set up. So I think doing those kinds of steps,
or Miguel O'Hara, the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I think if you do those kinds of steps for these characters and try and flesh them out well, people will respond to them positively. And I think we've seen it in the past.
And I think one of the things with the changes, a lot of them result in the original person dying. Yeah. Death of Spider-Man worked because that was a different universe. But when, say, Sam Cap, which I like that book for what it does specifically for its political message. But to get to Sam Cap, we had the first Cap die. I'm like, that's the thing. People don't like not having the option of going back.
Well, I guess now they do have the option, but the new Cap thinks he's a Hydra agent, so...
The new Cap's a Nazi. Fucking
so,
alt-right Steve Rogers.
You can have Steve Rogers, but he's evil now. I don't know, because, again, there's the whole thing with, Amadeus I almost said it.
Amadeus Hulk. No, say Amadeus Hulk.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Amadeus Hulk. Where... Because essentially Bruce was just gone, and
then he died.
The only Hulk book that we had was just Amadeus Cho, and I'm sorry, but he's terrible. He's an awful character. He's just completely unlikable.
But he's cocky, smart, and Asian.
And that's the only Hulk. And that's the only Hulk book I had. I couldn't read anything else. Bruce died in Civil War II for a stupid fucking reason, and just couldn't have him. The Jennifer Walters book, I have that now at least because I actually like her. But
the only reason that works is because Jennifer Walters already existed. If it was I don't know, if they made Luna Lafayette the new Hulk,
yeah,
and we
that's another thing too. How come someone like Rick Jones didn't become the new Hulk? That would have been kind of cool. Not Amadeus Cho, but whatever. I mean, I don't know. He was friends with Hulk for a bit, so I guess there is some connection, but. They seem to have changed his character a little bit, and he's like a cocky, perverted idiot in his own book.
That still could have been pretty interesting to see as a Hulk.
Amadeus
Show, but it wasn't.
I'ma say this no.
Yeah, no, just with the whole thing, and then moving away from political. That's not what the problem is. I mean, one of the big things with comic books is that, of course they're fantastical and they do with fantasy things, but a lot of reasons some people read them is to see what commentary they have to say while mixing that in with storylines. I mean, of course, you're gonna just have random shit, just Monster of the Week, time to kick its ass. But I mean,
the political
Miss Marvel's
stuff,
a good example of one that goes back and forth. Is that they had that brief little spat where they were dealing with the elections, and then she goes back and fights Thomas Jefferson, who's like a bird.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always refer to that one panel in Angela, Queen of Hell, where I think it's Thor's brother or something is talking, and then all of his text is just replaced with misogynist comment, unsolicited opinion on Israel, like just this ridiculous thing that has nothing to do with like a Thor comic at all. There's no reason why he would even be talking about these things, but
yeah,
whatever.
I still remember. I dropped Hellcat 4 pages into reading it because it's just like.
Well, that just had a crappy writer, though. Let's be fair.
Do you? I don't remember if you opened it or not, but it was like I think on the 4th page it said, "It's like I looked up to it, and every hero I saw was a white man." I'm like, you haven't been digging hard enough, young lady. I'm not saying that there's tons of heroes of other nationalities. Like that's certainly a thing that we could expand upon. But like you're Hellcat, you've been around for a while. You know some of the other ones. Like they shouldn't be that much older than you.
Yeah. I just want to say this also. I would love more diversity in comics. I'm still waiting on that Blade book, Blade book, that really cool Blade book.
The one about him and his daughter. That was an interesting setup.
Just a shame that Tim Seeley's not allowed to write it, but,
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was pretty dumb. So, I mean, no, but I don't want diversity in comics. Blade's only just a really cool character. Would have loved to have read about him and his daughter, but no, Tim Seeley's not allowed, so whatever.
Narrative.
Yeah. So how about them viewer questions, though?
Wait! I just gotta to capstone it. I just gotta read you a title from Huffington Post.
No.
So you guys know that America Chavez is getting her own solo book, right?
Yes.
So commenting on, there's an article in HuffPost. The title says, "Marvel's America is a queer, foxy, badass, hard femme Latina."
No. No.
Here's the thing. She is all of those things, as I have read in Ultimates. That doesn't make a character just string together adjectives. That doesn't. Yeah. That's the problem with it. Your character cannot be whittled down to just like they are this, and this. That's not a character. What do they do that makes them
I would say that kind of diminishes America Chavez's character. She's a really cool character, and just
she can
identifying her
as bro. She's Superboy Prime, but gay and Latina.
Identifying her by the attributes that she has is just kind of diminishing her a little bit as a character. It makes her more of a gimmick rather than an actual character, which she is. She's amazing, so it's a little disappointing to see.
Luke in with the fire.
Hopefully the book is more than the.
I'm gonna get called racist anyway, so it doesn't matter, Mikey.
It's because you're from the South. But yeah, on to those viewer questions.
Let's get them.
Yeah, our first one's from Kieran9934444, who asked Marvelite, out of these two movies, which would you rather want in the future of the MCU Phase 4/5? That mystery phase that Spider-Man Homecoming 2 is in.
Oh my god, 5 fucking phases.
Would you want the Winter Soldier and Black Widow or Scarlet Witch and Vision? I think it'd be cool to see a Winter Soldier and Black Widow, like, neo-noir spy thriller. You could do something with that. Sebastian and actually do something with Black Widow's character.
I'd prefer Vision and Scarlet Witch. I think that would be cooler.
Well, why, Luke? You just want to see that hot human on robot action?
I just like their dynamic. They have a really cool dynamic if you go throughout the history of their relationship in the comics. Matter of fact, the Vision, there's an issue of that Vision comic that Tom King did that had their whole relationship put into it. If you did a movie kind of based around, depending on how far they get with each other in the movie series, if you do a movie based on Vision kind of reminiscing on the good old days and just this depressing kind of state where he realizes what he's lost, that would be really cool.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
What?
Clearly Luke is pro robosexuality over here. God damn it. You know robosexuality is a sin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the third option. I'm gonna say Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye, Daddy Hawk movie.
Daddy Hawk?
Yeah.
Daddy Hawk? Yeah.
That'd be cool to have the three of them, actually. Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Scarlet.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say Vision. Just Hawkeye having to watch over
Vision's
Vision.
too OP. Let the humans do their thing.
Having to tell him, make room for Jesus.
Make room for Jesus.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with these Winter Soldier and Black Widow. I think that would be pretty cool to see them go on some missions, maybe do some Secret Avenger shit. I don't know.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Next question from Andre, who asked Marvelite, thoughts on the new Avengers Infinity War logo, and what do you guys think on why Marvel keeps changing / updating their movie logos all the time?
I don't like it.
I don't give a fuck about that logo. I don't think it's real.
I think it's
I
fake.
thought
I
it
don't
was
think
fake.
that's-
Yeah, I
I
thought it
don't
was
think
fake.
that's going to be the final design for the logo. That
I mean, if
get
it
for a
is,
hat,
what's wrong
but-
with them?
Yeah, I don't think it's fine for a hat for like merchandise, but not for like
Well,
a
maybe it's
film
real. We
that
don't
people
know
have
yet.
to go. We don't know
I-
if it's real or not. But
Yeah, I don't know. I had just assumed it was fake.
But they keep changing
No,
all their
I-
logos. Remember that weird video game Ragnarok logo that recently came out?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
that
I like the
was-
first one for that one too. It's weird because for the Avengers hat, we had saw like the set photo with James Gunn's brother, but then I think afterwards there was another photo like a somewhat legit one that kind of had the same logo. So I think that's why people are beginning to think that's like the actual one for that movie.
yeah, I think it's kind of it shows a little bit of indecisiveness if they keep updating it all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean,
Which
some
I mean,
of them just might be like old logos that they had previously planned or something. Because the original Thor Ragnarok logo looked a lot like it would fit more with the original Ragnarok script, and the new '80s one looked more like the updated buddy cop kind of thing that they were going for.
oh yeah, space thriller,
Space.
Space thriller.
space.
So I don't know. It could just be that they update it as they get closer to like finalizing tone and everything. Like if that's an actual logo, fine. But I think it's either fake or it's just a placeholder.
fake news,
Alternative facts, Michael.
alternative logos.
Alternative logos.
So our third question, this might be our last one, depending on how long it takes. It's from Corey Green, who asks, "What do you think the 3 untitled movies at the end of Phase? I think he meant Phase whatever are, because there are those 3 unannounced ones for like that had those dates randomly put. Did those ever get revealed? I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Did Spider-Man
I don't
did
think so.
Homecoming 2 get that one or no?
Homecoming 2, I don't think counts. I think that's a
Yeah,
pre-contract.
Homecoming 2
deal.
counts as one of them.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
All right. So the other
just
two, I
two,
guess.
then.
What do we think they are?
I'd say Young Avengers.
Doctor
maybe.
Strange.
Yeah,
2.
I was gonna say Young Avengers probably.
I
Maybe
think
Doctor
one of them's
Strange
Doctor
2.
Strange 2, because I know that. I don't know if
they're
they
setting up
greenlit-
for that.
Yeah, I don't know if they said they greenlit that or not, but I mean, I would assume.
Yeah, with what they left off with, leaving Dormammu and I almost called him Baron Zemo. Baron
He looks
Baron
like
Mordo. They set up for it. So Strange 2, probably a Young Avengers movie, and we have Homecoming 2 already confirmed.
Oh.
Strange 2 actually makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a
Maybe an
shot in
Iron
the
Man?
dark here for the third one.
Go for it.
What, Inhumans movie?
I'm gonna say it's Namor the Submariner.
Oh my gosh. You
That
know,
was-
actually, if
Nowhere, they're
Aquaman
gonna
does
be like-
good.
That'd be a dope move. Or if a shot out of hell, Fantastic Four rights maybe.
No.
I think
I don't know.
we're being a little
We got
optimistic
more.
there.
I
I'm just kidding.
think an X-Men cartoon got confirmed or something, didn't it?
Did it? Oh yeah, it did. It did. That's right.
You know what? If we're gonna be really optimistic here, I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna get a Howard the Duck solo film.
You know,
You know what,
A
Mikey?
Gwenpool.
I like the way you think.
Thank you.
Luke? We just shared a moment there. And didn't acknowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love-
Nick Gwenpool, that will definitely happen.
yeah, I want a Gwenpool movie.
You'll have to settle with the Funko Pops
Aw.
for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say when we were talking about all that liberal stuff that Gwenpool was one of the things. Well, Gwen in general was one of the things they forced out of the blue for a really long time.
Gwenpool's not so much a liberal thing, so much as the stupid fucking variant cover getting a book.
It's,
Well, yeah,
it was a meme gone too far.
Yeah, like Gwenpool was the meme that went too far. Actually, we got another minute. We can go through one more.
No, we don't. That's it.
No, it's a
No
it's
more.
it's a funny one.
Ah.
It's
You
from
bet
Waru.
you
We got a
guarantee
minute.
that? You got that
Waru,
right?
Waru is my boy.
It's
Can you
it's
prove
who,
it?
Waru asked who's the most boring Black Marvel character. His is War
Rhodey.
Machine. Yeah, he said his was War Machine.
Yeah, I guess War Machine is kind of boring.
Yeah. Because Miles has potential. Black Panther's straight politics. Monica Rambeau
yeah, like-
is god tier. Storm is a goddess.
Yeah.
Storm's pretty cool. Yeah.
When's the last time
I guess-
Forge did something? Isn't he black? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Is he? I thought
Not
he was.
Forge.
I thought he was
Uh,
Hispanic.
Yeah, not Forge. Oh god, who's the black guy in the X-Men? I'm forgetting his name. I should know his
Who
name.
isn't?
Xavier, he's been a brother. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Spike. Spike is the most boring Black Marvel character.
Oh yeah, Spike.
So boring that people.
So
forgot
boring,
he
you! I
exists.
forgot him.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think he was only in a cartoon, or he
I think
just
he
showed up in a
was.
cartoon.
But yeah, I can't think of it because Marvel either ignores their black characters, they put them in backseat roles.
How dare you say that, Will? They're putting them to the forefront. They are above the rest of the comic
aside
industry
from
in this
Miles.
regard.
Well, even Miles is
Aside
getting
from
boring
Mi-
now. I'm sorry to say.
Miles' new run is boring as fuck, but I'm reading.
From what
it
I've
on
seen, he has
hope
not
that it
been
gets
written
better.
the best in this new series.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. I have hope that it'll get. Oh yeah, and he's shacking up with Spider Gwen now because spiders.
The thing that made me stop reading that was Ganke said he loves gold balls, and I threw the book down because no, Bendis, no one likes fucking gold balls. Gold balls sucks.
Gold balls.
Gold balls sucks. Stop stroking yourself. Gold balls is the worst. No one likes him.
The most whack ass mutant since Jubilee, and at least Jubilee can blow fireworks in your lungs.
But before I just fucking blow a gasket on Bendis, is that it? Or are you
Yeah,
done?
that's it. I just wanted to throw that last one in there at the end because I thought it was funny.
Fuck gold balls.
But yeah, I think that wraps up this week's Marvelite podcast. So you know what? I've been your host, Will, aka Another Time Hero. We have Nick.
Thanks for checking out
Goodbye.
episode 68, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. And we also have Mikey, aka FailWill34.
What did you see, guys? You can check me out on Twitter and YouTube at Fail34.
Yeah, check me out.
And-
I forgot at @who's_Nick on Twitter.
And we got our special homeboy from the DC universe. We got Luke.
Later, guys. I do not have a Twitter, so you cannot follow me.
I don't either. I do have an Instagram. You can find it on my YouTube page. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Later, guys.
Goodbye.